Good morning, guys. Early one, around 11 a.m., 10:30, whatever. Just because it's slow going, but we just touched the back test of the breakout. This was our original reclaim level. Now we want to hold this as a higher low. If we can hold this as a higher low, for one, this is the knife catch. This is the back test of the breakdown right here, this candlestick. So if you're in a knife catch, you close it in about 10, 15 points. If we clear this pre-market resistance right here, then we shoot higher. Specifically, we shoot for this wick. So if we clear 18, you target around 7,840. The back test of this wick. So right from here to here, I'll write these up a little bit later. And then what happens is if it holds a higher low on this wick, then what I want to shoot for this week overall is around 7,900. Okay. So 3 plays here. I'll show you how I can be wrong after, but this is what I think is going to happen. But let me show you one more time how to do this. First, knife catch. If you like this type of risk, right? Will it work? I don't know. But if it does work, then we expect it to backtest this candle. If we clear this pre-market resistance, 7,815, we expect a spike. It's going to come up here, test all-time highs. It's probably going to wick down real quick. And then if this wick down holds, then we look for the third target, okay? So first target is a back test right here. Second target is the test of all-time highs if we clear resistance. And the third target's our actual trend target that's way up there. Then you're like, should I hold all the way to the trend target? No, I take like 30 points, right? Because what happens every single time we start to trend in this market, it comes down and starts flagging before it makes its whole move, right? So it's where I expect to go eventually, but not yet. Um, okay, real quick, how do I be wrong about this? If we fail our back test of our breakdown right here, right as we're testing it, as I speak to you, this becomes the big flag range, and this becomes the false breakout of this flag range, meaning the bear plan is we would take it all the way down here if this higher low fails in here. So what this would look like is if this fails to bounce like I just described in the bull plan, it'll come down here, it'll likely come up here, it'll try to reclaim, and then you can short it all the way down here, okay? And then this becomes a giant chop crap range. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. All right. So I just want to tell you how to prepare for that. First, we would lose here. Second, we would test down here. It would likely bounce. Almost nothing goes in a straight line unless that dildo like tweets something unimportant, and we all pretend like it is. But anyway, if it comes down here, it bounces, and that bounce fails to reclaim. Fails to reclaim yesterday's reclaim level right here immediately, then you know you're in the short, okay? And that short will take you all the way down here to the bottom of the range. Because if you put in a false breakout, the next thing is test the bottom of the range. I scratched the Apple trade. Looks like that's a good decision. I think it's probably going to come down before it goes up. Something like this, but we're going to play I'm looking for a false breakdown setup, meaning I'm looking for it to trade above 305 again, but I think it's going to spike down first, so we're going to sidestep that. Let's look at RIOT. I think that there's an entry coming soon, but we haven't gotten there yet. We need a daily close above resistance right here. We're just kind of messing with it. That's like 1950. So a 1950 daily close puts us in with a stop loss at 1840 and a target of 45. Mara, looks like the same as RIOT. I think both of these things are good setups. The resistance is a little higher. We need a daily close above like 965. Same deal though. So both of these are on deck. I think AMD, this was a good sell because of our ratio that we had talked about. Turning the corner up here. Oh, that's not what I want. How about AMD Mara? There we go. Yeah, we hit our target. We should be coming down. That means we should be selling AMD for Mara. That doesn't mean Mara's ready to go. That means we should be trimming AMD. So anybody who's in the knife catch trade for AMD should not be anymore. You probably got a couple percent out of it. Maybe you're happy. I don't know. Looks like a 10% trade. I didn't take it, but I tried to coach you guys through it for those who did want it. We're going to let AMD twist on the vine a little bit. I'm almost positive it's going to trade 700. I just want to see more garbage before I get back in there again, so scratch that. Yeah, okay. Stop on the SpaceX. I think that there was a short right up here in the upper 140s. It came down to support. Now it's going up higher. SpaceX is going to trade most likely into the 200s sooner than later. I don't know how to get long on this one yet because I don't see the structure. It's just too new. So like here's the thing. Taking everything off here, I know that this back test is going to happen. Like I know this back test will happen. So if I'm looking for like a long-term portfolio, holding SpaceX is fine. I think holding SpaceX from like the 130 that we originally got in was fine, even though it went down to 108. If you're in a high time frame mindset, if you're like somebody in a short term mindset or calls or whatever, I don't see an entry. Maybe if it comes up to 158, then comes down to 143, we can get back in again. For a long, not a short. But I don't know, guys. The structure is just not there to tell me what to do, other than I know where it's going to go eventually. So if you're a guy who can tolerate 30% drawdown because you know that it's going to be 100% upside, hey, shoot, go for it. Or more like a 70% upside. But you get the point. Netflix is fine. There's some news about somebody selling something, and it doesn't really even matter. Palantir looks good still. We're going to keep holding this. The trim's at 194, but ultimately the target is not for a while. Our target's not probably, let's see if I can get it up here. Our target's probably around 270. We're going to trim 194 if you're long there. Oxy, don't care. Upstart. Same thing, man. This is just it's all just garbage. It's just crap flag. Just there's nothing here for me to really sink my teeth into. That's why these are high time frame plays. I don't know when they're going to break this range or what they're going to make it look like. It's just constantly doing this. But back to it. Looks like I'm not going to have a good resolution by the time I'm done with this video, whether this support's going to hold or not. But we are indeed at that support that needs to hold. I will write up both of the scenarios, one whether it holds and one if it doesn't, and we will see what happens. That way you can react appropriately. Take care, guys. Bye.